A lot of people like to play the blame game, especially on the internet, these recovering addicts and that. A lot of them like to blame their parents or blame other influences for the way they turned out. And to me, it's crazy because I don't look at my parents like you're the reason why I turned out the way I turned out. It didn't help. Fuck no, it didn't help. But I don't blame them because I had a brain in my head and I could have used it for the right thing at any given time to make better decisions. But I chose not to. I chose to go down that path. Now I can think right now off the top of my head of a few different situations where other people have come into my life and influenced me down a path that I wasn't even thinking about. Yeah, I was happily doing whatever I was doing, going about my business, and people have entered my life and boom, off I went, following, being that sheep that I always talk about. But I don't blame them. No way, mate. I blame myself for not standing up for myself and going, nah, not for me, man. I'm happy doing this here. You're on your own. Let them go. See you later. You know what I mean? I don't blame me folks for any of that, all right? I understand that what they did wasn't the best, but they were struggling themselves, me old man and me mum. They had their own shit going on as well, and drugs, mate, that's what it does to people. Now, I like to hold on to the positive when it comes to me mum and me dad. More so me mum, because, I don't know, just boys are different with their dads and whatnot, but more so me mum because my mum was always there whenever I'd be sad or whenever I'd get these weird thoughts in my head when I was a young kid. My mum was there for a hug, mate, to talk me off the ledge, or so to speak, you know, to bring me back down to earth and just be a mum. She was always there for that. And I remember year 7, mate, I'll never forget it. Year 7 down Sydney is high school. You go from year 6 to high school down there. It's year 7. So year 7 was a big milestone for me. It was a big change in my life because I went from primary school to high school. I was turning into a teenager and all that sort of stuff. It was a big move for me. And I didn't think that I was going to go to school with anything because we were broke. We had nothing. My mum and dad were lucky to have $400 a fortnight between the pair of them. Like, it was shit. But I remember I come home one day and my mum had a pair of Nikes, a pair of dry fit shorts, a school uniform, a brand new backpack, and inside the backpack was a compass, a ruler, pens, pencils, and everything I needed for high school. That was like $300 worth of gear just there in one day that my mum managed to rake up for me, man, and make sure that I went to high school with the goods. You know what I mean? Like, I don't forget that sort of stuff, mate. I know my mum didn't have money for that. I don't know how she come across and did what she did, but she fucking went out of her way to make sure that that was there for me to go to high school with, mate. And that's the shit that I hold on to. That's the shit that I remember because I know that my parents were struggling themselves. Do you know what I mean? That's the sort of person I am, though. And I don't know, I just see this stuff and I think, man, that's fucked. Because I'm pretty sure that even though your parents did a lot of wrong to you, there would have been some good there. But just like a parole officer, people don't want to see the good, they only want to see the bad. But hey, I don't forget them moments, mate. I was influenced quite a lot when I was a young fella. And to tell you the truth, my first bank robbery, I was influenced by an older chap. 10 years older than me, whatever. It wasn't my idea, but I was down for the cause. You know what I mean? I'm not blaming, but fucking the influence was there hard. But I chose to go down that path and bada bing, bada boom, off I went. Next thing you know, 7 years in jail, there you go. These are decisions that I made where at any given time I could have said, nah, man, I don't want to do that. And boom, went my own way, but I chose not to. So I don't blame anyone for any of that stuff. Do you know what I mean? That's just my take on it. That's my opinion on it. But I like to stand on my own business, man. I like to take responsibility for my own actions and I don't play the blame game.